What's up, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to recover old motorcycle seats. Now, this is the ZX6R seat, and as you can see, the original vinyl is just destroyed by the sun. The foam is mostly all here, so we're going to be able to reuse that. Now, I went to Joann's and got this. You just want to get whatever is kind of a heavy felt back vinyl like this. And you want to just buy a chunk of it. I got this in the marked down section like that. So we're just going to take a chunk of it like that. It's going to work great. I got this in the marked down section for $2.70 for this whole chunk. The other thing you're going to need is one of these. This is an electric stapler. And it works a lot better than a hand stapler, and it's going to be able to drive staples back into the plastic here. And then you just need regular staples. I'm using 1/2-inch staples. We'll see what kind of staples we take out of here. But basically the first step is to just, you can rip off this old vinyl. I'm actually just going to flip it over and start going at these staples with a screwdriver and some pliers and get this all out, and then I'll show you guys how we cut the vinyl. So here's our piece of cloth cut out, and based on the size of these stock staples, I actually went with, what are these? These are 1/4 inch staples. And so what you want to do is you want to kind of stretch this on here and look to see where the points of greatest stretch are, and it's usually right here on these wide points. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to pull this tightly like this and get a few staples in here, preferably without stapling your own fingers and stuff like that. And you want to get those nice and tight, and then you want to come around to the other side and you want to pull this tightly as you can around this point. And again, you want to get, see, like that's not a very good staple right there. You want to get basically as much pressure on it as you can. And so there we go. So there's just like that. We have our first points of contact. And now what you want to do is you want to do kind of like this. You want to just pull it in, do a few staples, pull it in, do a few staples, and run it all the way around the bottom side, and then we move on to the front. So let me get this done because it's pretty self-explanatory. Trim it down, do some of the staples a little better, because these first four you just need to hold the cloth in place. Then you can kind of get a little tricky with it, and then basically when you're done you just cut off the excess. So let me get this part done and I'll cut back to when it's done, and I'll show you guys how to trim all the excess material off. Alright, so now that we have this kind of fitted, we can actually go back through here and trim some of this off to make it easier. Or we can keep working up this side. And so if you flip this over, this looks really kind of crappy, right? But what you're used to is seeing this. And so that's why it's very important to get all the forward stretch in, and then it looks just like a factory seat. there's the final result. So there's the final result. Is it as perfect as a fitted factory seat? No, but it looks a hell of a lot better, especially from a distance, than just having a piece of degrading yellow foam hanging around. And I'm actually going to go through and add a few more staples here, just to make sure nothing goes anywhere. And the electric stapler is pretty good. Doing this with a hand stapler definitely wouldn't work. I'm just letting you know that right now. But even with the electric stapler, it's not really a guarantee of anything. So there we go. And I'm tempted to recover this seat to match, but this one's actually in pretty good shape. Well, so I guess we are going to recover this one, but we are going to keep the factory strap. So I'm going to take the strap off and basically just do the same thing I did just on this one. Should be a little bit easier because it's less of a bowing design. But that is how you reupholster seats on a motorcycle. Thanks, guys.